Welcome everybody to We Do Recover. Tonight we're going to talk about why we stay clean. What makes us stay clean. I was running to say a while ago and they said they couldn't hear me, so I started it over. And I think it's working. I don't know why it's doing it, because I had that issue last night. Every time somebody tries to come into the feed, I think it knocks the sound. I'm not sure, but I think it does. So I'm going to wait till everybody gets here and we're going to see if they can hear me. And then we're going to talk about why we recover and have a good conversation. Have a good hour and a half group. It just depends. Soon I'm going to be bringing the book. I'll be bringing the book out so we can read out the book about the steps, I don't know if any of y'all know, the 12-step program of NA or AA. I'm sure a lot of people in here are very familiar with it. But why do we recover? You know why I recovered? Because I see myself go straight fucking down. Like I told you, I say this again when I'm sitting there staring at that wall. I'll never forget this plays in my head almost every day of my life now. And the people that did that to me, I'll never forget. I sit there like that right here. With that Derkie fucking smirk. The Joker smirk, everybody calls it. My buddy Monster, he always said, you watch him, he's like a fucking snake, he's too quiet. And he looks through you. See what I mean? The loudest one in the room is always the dumbest. In jail, I could have done any drug I wanted to do. They could not believe I turned that down. You see what I mean? I was like, I'm done with this shit. I'm done with my life having to deal with drama. I'm done with, you know what I mean, being up all night partying, sleeping all night. It's taking time away from me and my son was the biggest issue I had. And it just wasn't drugs. It was people. Because we want to talk about it. People, places, things. I've not hung out with the people I used to hang out with. I've not went to the places I used to go to. And I don't do the fucking things that I used to do. Excuse my language. Even though probably every day of my life I'm offered something like that. Oh, you want to do some fetty? Can you fit these balls right in your fucking mouth? Can you fetty that? My buddy started dying laughing when I said that to that boy. I said, can you fit these balls right in your fucking mouth? That was never in my addiction. Meth was never in my addiction. See what I'm saying? Marijuana was never my addiction. Benzo's never been in my addiction. The only thing I had the problem with it was the government drug. The Subutex and all that shit. And who gives that to us? The government, so they can make money and kill you at the same time. Population Control 101. Go back to the 50s. They're advertising fucking cigarettes in every cartoon there is. We're sitting there thinking, oh man, I can't wait till this cartoon comes on. And we're all smoking by the time we're 11 years old. Misery does love company. No, that's one thing I already know they will do. There's going to be obstacles in my way. See what God does, my brother. Not only have I recovered and been clean, my friend was at the probation officer when he walked in. He said, they called you a meth addict and dealer. He said, what the fuck? He said, everybody in this county knows you don't fuck with that like that. You're hearing it from the people fucking from the streets, you know what I mean? My poison, I just said it. Suboxone, Subutex, the government drug. because I was addicted to heroin in Cleveland, Ohio for 6 years. Came home, got on Suboxone, you see what I mean? People in jail, their withdrawal, they withdraw, what, 2-3 days, right? I still withdraw. That shit takes up to 6 months to come out of my fucking system. I'll wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning like this still. But one thing I'm so proud of, you know what I mean, is fucking me, you know, when I went in there, it was like I was doing these drugs, you know what I mean, to be cool. No, I wasn't doing them drugs to be cool. I started doing the fucking other shit with her. You see what I mean? And I'll never forget, you know, I'm speaking to y'all like my name's Derek, I'm an addict. My drug of choice is Listerine, and that's what I used to say every time I got up. I spent 29 months in an intern rehab, guys. 29 months. And you know what they had me in there for? School truancy when I was 17 years old. And smoking fucking marijuana. You know, I was talking to a guy that I know is in prison. He's on 50 years for marijuana. A decriminalized drug right now. Do you hear what I said? Decriminalized. They have no treatment for marijuana in a fucking treatment center. There's no withdrawal from marijuana. You know what I mean? I just don't get shit like that. And I only smoke weed. I have a medicinal card for a medicinal state. Still don't. You see what I mean? It's my choice. The Hope Center, yeah. See? I was supposed to be in there for 18 months, exactly what you just said. 19, and ended up being like 29. Chestnut Ridge. One side of it's a mental hospital, one side of it's a fucking RTCD rehab unit. I've seen some of the craziest shit in my life. But I love Morgantown, West Virginia. I've met some of the best people I've ever met there. And like earlier, I was messing around on the guitar. People thought I was playing. The only song I actually played a little bit was Tuesday's Gone, right? Alright. And there's one I went on there and I mocked the song at the end. You know what I mean? Real loud to one person. And guess what? That's on YouTube. The mousetrap got your ass in it. You know, I don't have time to get on that shit and talk about people, guys. I'm not God. I'm not here to judge you. You know what I mean? I'm here to pray for you that you get help. That you can do it. Man, I always used to say it, man. I used to read it all the time. Yeah, the healing place in Huntington. My buddy just left there and shit. You know what I mean? Just walked out and shit. You know what I mean? No. Yeah. If I get probation, you know what I mean? I'll go to jail first. 1 month kills 6. If I would not do 6 months of probation, I'll go to jail for 1 month first. Any day of the fucking week. Like, you know what I'm facing right now? I'll take it to trial. You picked your 6 jurors, I'll pick mine. I doubt, highly fucking doubt, one of those people are going to convict me of what has been said in this paperwork right here. That's what I'm saying. They released my fucking evidence to the media. I just found that out. You know what that means? Dismissal. Instantly. I'm the one, the public figure. I'm the one that has the right only to the media. Not the trooper, nobody. That's giving them evidence to use in court. Now, ain't it, guys? Almost 3 weeks. Or a little bit over 3 weeks. And check this shit out, dude. I swear to God, they be starving people to death in there. Listen to this. Maybe a week and a half after I got out, my cellmate died. And his mom sent me pictures, you know what I mean, that looked like he tried to fight the people. I think somebody choked him to death. You see, you know, I deal with a lot of shit when I sat there. I sat there the first week and a half in the hole because they said I was a nemesis of society and everything because of that movie. That means you don't get toilet paper unless you fucking ask for it. You get to shower 1 time, 3 times every 3 days. Well, guess what? They didn't let us shower for 5 and 6. So we'd stay up all night singing, I'm doing time, 'cause it's a doing me. Derkie, get it, buddy? I say every night, God damn it, every night. We're going to be here from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock every night. And then the Childress, he's Kendra Tyler Childress, one of the guards. Coolest motherfucking guard there, in my opinion, by far. Coolest cop there, you know. He comes out and he says, man, when I know I gotta come to APOD with you crazy motherfuckers, he said, I just want to turn around and go back home. He said, I want to call in sick. He said, cause I know. He let us shower 2 and 3 times a day. See what I mean? He instantly come in there and said, if you don't respect the inmate, how do you expect that inmate to respect you back? That's right. You gotta treat us like humans, man. My nickname was Derkie McVeigh. We had Jimmy Bin Laden. You see what I mean? As soon as I walked through the things, you know what everybody's, Dirt, is that you, Derkie? Oh, yeah, homie, man, me and Poe was in prison together. Me and you, you know what I mean? Me and you did all that time. Okay. But they wouldn't let me go to GP to be with my people like that until the last week or so I was there. Because they know. They try to fucking starve me to death, dude, and everything. I'll never forget that shit. You're talking to somebody who's never been convicted, a registered gun owner, a registered voter, registered everything with the accuser. That's all I want to say. Just Google it. I've never beat a 3-month-old baby because it cried too loud. I never kidnapped anybody. I've never pled guilty to any kind of charges like that. I've never tried to put 6 domestic violences on other men. You're so fucking credible, man. You know what I mean? I just have to get that part off my chest right there. The baby part. That just don't sit well with me, and it's not going to sit well with Boone County. Sorry. Who beats a fucking 3-month-old baby? Because Junior is raised perfectly. I'll never forget the words Junior said about that. I'm Dad's baby. I'm a baby. I'm his only kid. I wish somebody would try that to me. Exact words my son had to say. You know what I mean? I can't believe, like, when I read on that paper there, and then when you read the newscast, it says I held somebody hostage for 3 months. We played golf every day. We were deer hunting. I don't get some of that shit. You know what I mean? Every sentence contradicts itself. Like my lawyer said, you know, every case I've ever represented, he said somebody would usually say, no, I didn't choke her, but I smacked her. He said, you ain't said nothing like that. He said, so I want to represent you because I believe every word you're saying. Okay. First thing to do, the body camera's done at the courthouse from the cop that said I obstructed him. Well, his sergeant says different. No, I did not. Told you I didn't. They're trying to get me I could have walked out of jail the second day, guys. I want to say this. You know what I mean? I want to get all this off my chest. I could have pled to obstruction of an officer, took a PR bond, and let him drop all the other charges. I have the best. What do you think, Claudia? I can change the venue, everything. Ain't that whole judicial system in my movie? I can bring the media here. I can cost this county so much money, it'll be unreal. Okay. I was in there with my buddy. That's my friend, Zach. He just blowed his mother-in-law's head off. Other dude just beat another dude to death. Other dude just got bond for shooting somebody 5 times in the chest. You think they're gonna, they have to indict you on a felony charge for anything to be done. You think they're going to indict me on a fucking domestic assault verbally when they're talking to somebody? What they're trying to get me for is a strangulation charge. Just like my lawyer said, if you strangle someone, marks are right here, not here, and they're not down. Just come in front of your, please, Jesus. Then the cop, and these cops are coming to my house for a welfare check, and they act like they had a search warrant. So they come back 6 hours later with a search warrant with 5 other cops. See, people don't know what happened that night. I have the best representation that Boone County can provide. My lawyer told me, if I'm convicted of anything, the only thing that I will do. You've never been convicted of anything, son. I've never had a charge call you in my life. You think they're going to throw me in jail for that shit? No. When I'm sitting here watching people get out on bond for murdering someone, I highly doubt it. Because the first thing I can say, I want to change the venue. Boone County was against me in my movie. The prosecuting attorney said if you would exclude 3 families from this county, including the white family, the crime rate would go down 80%. Well, guess what? All of us is gone and shit, but the crime rate is fucking up 110%. Odd, huh? You got fucking, they call it, what they call it, urban justice like that, but I call it outlaw justice. It's like he says on the Hateful Eight. When you got that, people's not going to go around stealing and stuff, How many people do you think come in my yard and steal shit from me? Don't worry, I'll wait. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to wear that label. That's why I recovered. Anybody can feel free to speak at any time. Absolutely. I was told that by a judge. A judge told me that. Because my family exploits this county of what it is, a crook district. I have shirts that say straight out Boone County, all those. What we live in, the district is. It's called Crook District 17. I got the shirts that say straight out of Crook District. My buddy walked into the courthouse with a joint in his hand and threw it down the other day. He has a medicinal card. What are they going to do? Handcuff him because he's got PTSD from what y'all done to him from prior things, and then they can sue your ass off of you. See what I'm saying? Only thing they say is don't bring it on the property. And, I say the state will be recreational within no time. It'll be like cigarettes right there. That's what I'm trying to quit right there. That's the biggest drug that has ever ruined me in my life. Right there. People are like, oh, you gained weight, you look so good. I stopped putting fucking cigarettes. I started getting fucking so much weight, I get stretch marks and shit. I don't like that, But my main part of recovery was, when I did that term when I was younger for like 29 months, okay? My birthday is September the 7th. I got out on September 10th. 3 days after my birthday, my sister got killed on September the 14th. I was clean for almost 4 years. The next day, it's like I don't remember from there until I was in jail. And when my head was clear and I was thinking, God, that she had me so, you know what I mean, on the right path. Because, at that time when I was younger, I was supposed to move with her. Because Boone County didn't want me here anymore because I'd been so fucking mean of a criminal as a juvenile. I was moving to Cuyahoga County, Ohio, where I eventually moved to anyway. But when that happened, I went insane. The only drug I ever done in my life was smoke weed until I lost my sister. Now I've done every drug in the world. That rehab learned me about drugs. But it also learned me, you know what I mean? The motto I'm going to tell y'all, like I tell y'all every night, if you're down in a hole, I'll never forget that. You're going to sit there and let somebody keep shoveling shit on you, or you're going to shake it off and take a step up. Because I take a step up every day. Every day of my life, I take a step up. I don't believe you have to have a higher power. You see what I mean? God ain't the one put that shit in your fucking system. I'm saved Christian baptized. Excuse my language there on that, but you did it. Like he says, my son, I'll put no more on you than you can bear. And guess what else he says? Take this one to the bank. You will reap what you sow. Remember that. That's for some special people out there in the world. You will reap what you sow. And just like I said, I was like, footprints in the sand. That's the times I carried you. Sure, but yeah, some people rely on a higher power and it helps them. Absolutely, sure. I've seen that, I've seen church change people's lives. Like when I was baptized, I felt, when I come out of the water, I just felt like, wow, cleansed. You see what I mean? I don't want to be a baptized, saved Christian that does fucking drugs. Excuse my language again. I've not even went to church in the past month because the embarrassment of going to jail to let my congregation down. When I feel like it's time to go back, I'll go back. Everybody believes in God in their own way. Everybody looks at God in their own way. That's a fact. I'm a person of science, okay? Like, I would always tell any of my exes, they'd be like, you believe this, you believe that? I'm like, here's what I believe. If that book was real, okay, I'm a man of science. I don't like to say this live. If someone riz off that graveyard right now dead, what would we call that person? A zombie. No, wouldn't we? But here's my most, theoretical point about that is, what was the Egyptians preserving themselves for? They knew something that we didn't. And that's who I've studied more than anybody in my life is the Egyptian culture and the Aztec, because they knew something. They're lying with their rhyme, everything, you know what I mean? That's a power source. And if you don't believe for 1 second there's life somewhere else out there, you're crazy. That's what I believe. And I believe they possibly could be our gods. And I also have a theory that Mars could have been the first world. And just like they take people and abduct them now, they hybrid the kids. So when this world is burnt and gone and there's life to be on it again, they can repopulate it. You ever think about that theory? because there's been eyewitnesses say that they gave birth and they've kept their children and everything. Why would they keep the children? Nostradamus predicted in 2023, 2 major countries would bite and 1 would crumble. 2023, people, you better get ready. He said 2066, the world would burn from California to China. And I just hope we ain't the ones that crumble, because we're about to go at it with Russia. He predicted 2023 there would be a massive war in one between 2 humongous countries, and 1 would crumble. He also said we would talk from country to country on rocks. What do you think he means by rocks? What am I talking on right now? What did my grandmother say before these things even came out? Computers and drugs will destroy the world. What is this? What are we in here talking about, guys? What are we trying to stay away from? Exactly. That's my point. What are we trying to stay away from? Drugs and computers ain't nothing but drama. You know? I'll be putting a website up soon too, where you can buy your own personal Boone County Meetin call shirt and shit. Excuse my language again. I'm trying to work on that one. That's a hard one. But you'll purchase it straight from there, and you'll order it straight from there. You won't go through me, nothing like that. You'll go straight to the website. Right now, me and my son's coming up with a new design for one of them, and I also will be selling the one that said I had to hit it again to watch the blood fly because it turned me on. And this right here, shoot that motherfucker to the moon, and this is how rednecks do it. Because in jail, that come to me, I mean, I had to quote them quotes right there probably 300 times to something like that. So it's like, dude, say that one part when you put that shit in the car. I was like, this shit right here, shoot that motherfucker. You know? And I got really agitated with that really quick because nobody knew who I was or nothing, because my hair was long. My hair's never long. And my hair was getting longer in jail. And I wouldn't, they came around with clippers and they was like, I was like, nope. Only one person noticed who I was. Then my other buddy, he went around, he's like, you know that's Derkie, right? Blah, 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 blah. And then, but the boys I went to school with, you know, the boy that killed the other guy and shit, you know, me and him went to school together. Me and him right off. As soon as I walked through the doors, is that you, Dirk? Who else is it, buddy? You know, they can't get nobody look like me. I'm one of a kind. I'm a different breed. I am a different breed. But now, I'm proud to say I'm a different breed in a different way. You know, I cannot stand out and do that way, guys. But that, you know, all that experience and all that, at 36 years old, that's why I'm clean. You think I want to piss in a cup and them say, oh, you're dirty, you're going back to jail. I don't even want to piss in a cup and hear, oh, you relapsed. I'd rather get here, I'm going back to jail than relapse. You know, this ain't the first time I've bit addiction. It's 90% mental, you know. Not the drug that I had the problem with. It is not something that my mind thinks about constantly, like somebody being on meth or fentanyl because their body's shutting down, getting sick. Rhonda, sometimes I'll just get sick, you know what I mean? Like, real late at night, I'll get sweats, that's it. But it's almost gone completely. But it's completely out of my system. But it goes to your bone marrow. It's coming out of my bones now. People say, oh, you can smell. Yeah, you can actually smell it coming out of you. Like fucking some nasty ass citrus shit. That's why I don't want to get high. That's why I don't want to do drugs. You know, it's one for the other. Like, we was talking in group. Oh, yeah, you can hear it in my voice. Hell yeah, I'm still sick from that. Ugh. I had a fever of 102. I thought I had group the next morning, and I still went to the doctor and got a doctor's list. You know, I also attend 2 groups that I don't even have to attend. They can't believe that. They're like, you don't even have to be here. I'm like, no, I know that, but I want to be here. Because I'm trying to work myself to a recovery coach one day. If I can't coach, help kids playing football or whatever, it would be my honor to coach somebody away from drugs. Exactly, Claudia. You're not going to be an addict. You're just going to wear a fucking label as an addict for the rest of your life, just like me and my family does, Like where I go and to my groups and stuff, my counselor instantly said, your family is misjudged so much. If I went down the road, she said, and my tire was flat, she said, I guarantee it would be one of y'all stop first and ask me if I needed help. And she's dead on point with that. She said, then you would ask me if I was cold, if you needed my shirt off your back. She said, people just don't know y'all like we do. And she's exactly right. That's exactly right. Know, y'all's only, a lot of the world is only judged from what they've seen on a movie called The Wild and Wonderful Whites. It's a bunch of fucking crazy bullshit that Johnny Knoxville put together. Like when I say Boone County mating call. Why do I say that, guys? Let's see if anybody ever remembers this. He asked me why I didn't date women from here, and I told my buddy and my bottle. I shook it, and I said, Boone County mating call, come get it, baby. And they got their panties in their hands. And when I was sitting there watching, I asked them who the editor was, and they pointed it out. I said, dude, you need fired instantly. I said, you took the best part. You filmed this family. Some of the coolest, craziest shit that we did for a year straight. And this is what you come up with? My papa, we asked them one thing. How you go? Because I don't like women from there. Because they're all strung the fuck out. And I knew myself I wasn't on that level. And every girl that I would meet and come here wanted to go do that. You see what I mean? And I'm not about that. And then it causes that conflict every time. Of course, I ain't gonna let some girl that I met, online or something come here and go up here and get on drugs and OD or something. Who's getting the fucking fingers pointed at them? About their family and shit. Sorry. Y'all don't understand. That shit was over a week before I went to jail. That's why I went to jail. Because the plug unplugged, if you understand what I'm saying. That's why I say, my friend's like, oh, you're clean since the 10th or whatever. No, I had a week to that because I was clean. I didn't touch shit a week before that. I was clean as fuck when I went to jail. I sat right there playing the goddamn video game, getting ready to put a movie on and pray. 3 cops roll in my fucking yard. Nephew takes off running and hides in the bathroom. He asks me where she is. I walk back there and I told her the cops would want to talk to her, right? Then the cops fucking bombarded my house and attacked me and handcuffed me. It just went crazy from that moment there. And you cannot do that because you're here to get her and her only and check on her well-being. You have to ask the homeowner to enter the home. And all you're allowed to do is stand at that door and ask for that person unless you have a warrant. Well, I got pushed back like that about 5 times. And I kept saying, what is going on? What is going on? You know? He said, quit being hostile. I said, I ain't being hostile. I'm asking you while you're at my house. He said, I'm going to detain you. And I went, just like this. That's all on the camera. Stuck my hand straight out. Detain means, here you go. I sat down on the couch. No. Then he said, you're fucking under arrest. Don't resist. I said, I ain't resisting. How am I resisting? I just let him put me in cuffs. How is that possible, guys? I just let him put me in. Then when he's switching him, he's screaming, I'm obstructing him. Resisting his arrest. No, sir. No, sir. The whole time I'm screaming, I'm not resisting. Because I know the camera's on, and I know it sees it all. Because when we're going down the road, I remember this vividly. I said, please tell me you have your fucking body camera on. He said, yes, I do. And I just started laughing. I said, you know how many laws you broke yourself? You're supposed to protect and serve. Protect. I promise you, if you obstruct any officer or resist them, they will fucking body slam you and hold you in a hold like this right here. They're trained to do from the police academy. Anybody that's been slammed knows I'm telling the fucking truth. If you resist the cops, they will fucking slam you, tase you, everything. I did this right here. I'll never forget it. I opened that door up and said, detain, like that right there. And I said, go ahead and put it on your back. He said, don't resist. That's the thing. That's exactly how that happened. And they called it obstruction charge for that. He said that I was causing an obstruction of his investigation when he wasn't even allowed in my home. When I came to the door, and I did not invite him in. I can't. Only my son or my mom could. Then he decides to pull a fucking 45 in a handicapped person's face. Who the fuck does that right there? That right there is the one that stands out bigger than anything. Takes his 45, stay positioned, and says, don't fucking move. Then tells him to get up. How's he going to get up? He's paralyzed. That's all on the body cameras. No cops ain't your friends. No, they're not. On that search warrant right there, it says I have an arsenal of guns to search and register every gun. They didn't touch one of my guns. Bag of marijuana containing 2 leaves. Leaves. You heard what I just said, right? Leaves. You mean maple leaves off trees? Because leaves could be anything. That does not say THC buds or, you know what I mean? Nothing like that, no. And that right there was my personal. I'll say that in a heartbeat. That was 8 grand, man. And that didn't even get wrote down in it. The only thing got wrote down in it was assorted pills, which is Mobic for arthritis and Lexapro. And a bag of leaves. Swear to God. That's when they come back 6 hours later, and you know what they said? I only want to search Derkie's room. What's up with that? It's Derkie's room. See, I feel like they was trying to plant drugs in my room. You understand? Because one of them stayed here the whole time the cops was gone until the cops come back and they let the cops in while I was down there fucking chained to a logging chain. I still got the scar across my hand right here from almost 2 months of how tight he said I'm gonna tighten as tight as I have ever get him. Superstar. He thought he had him a major bust. No, buddy. He barking up the wrong tree. You see what I mean? Then 5 hours later, he told me he had probable cause. He said he seen a marijuana roach in an ashtray. Okay. My buddy said, I just had left there. I have a medicinal card. You have one, Derkie. I'm pretty sure what the fuck they gonna do about that. I mean, they didn't ask nobody, nothing like that. You know what I mean? And the paper says I held hostage. My son was smart enough to say this right here. He said, Dad, if you held somebody hostage, we just watched the hostage situation go down 3 days prior to this. Me, my ex, and my son. They was 900 cops. And they would not approach the house. They have to negotiate. Tell me I'm wrong about that. My son reminded me of that. You do not run up on, you know what I mean? And then another thing that stood out about it. There's someone in the bathroom refusing to come out of the bathroom, and you're holding a 45 in a handicapped person's face, and that bathroom's right behind that handicapped person. What if they had a weapon? They never once opened that fucking door. Not once. It ain't hard to fucking put that puzzle together, is it? That's all I'll say about that. You know, I'm not gonna, there's nothing I can say. A lot of people's like, watch what you say, you can incriminate yourself. No, I can't, man. The only thing I'm gonna say is what the police did. You know? That's the only thing I'm gonna say, because once they got me to the police station and the sheriff walked up to me, the deputy, he said, what the fuck y'all got Derkie in handcuffs for? He said, this dude has never broke the law. Thank you. He said he was just voting at midterms. Not in this time. Not this time. So that's what they're trying to do. Every charge, guys. Every charge on me, which is 2. Remember, it's supposed to be 6 or 7. But they didn't bust me, buddy. This wasn't a drug case. This was a welfare check. They tried to turn into a drug bust. It never happened. Now you follow me, Lance? You're exactly right. And my last name ain't White. The first thing I said is, I want the media here. He said, how you know you have the right to that? Well, the first thing you did, you went and released to the media that I held someone hostage for 2 months. If that's the case, why didn't they call 2 months ago? Why did her mother, and the phone call, he said, come from her mother. That's a third party call. You see how much bullshit I've said already? I've been to court twice, and the state does not wish to indict. Neither does the fucking county. You think they're going to indict a goddamn domestic assault and domestic violence is what they got me for, and obstruction of officer. Okay? Every one of those can take your gun. No, I'm not talking about Shay. Shay fucking ruined my life with YouTube. She's the one started that shit, fucking crazy YouTube shit, buddy. Every one of them got on fucking meth and fucked my family members. That's the best way I can tell you. And it's so dirty. Like, the week before I said it's over, I'm done, See? Yeah, I remember, okay. Now this one did this. Okay, the girl I dated before both of them is from 10 minutes from where the last one's from. You know what she said? You never even cussed at me. Let alone raised your hand at me in 4 years. We was together for 4 years. She said, you never even cussed at me, Derek. I know. I fucking know. I know. The cop looked dead at me and said, "You want to press charges and put her in jail too?" I said, "No. Sorry, I don't roll like that." Karma is a bitch, and that bitch is beautiful. But that's why I recovered, guys. You know, I wasn't even supposed to meet her ever. I met her through her friend. Her friend didn't come, and she did. You see what I'm saying? I was supposed to go live with these two girls. Amen, Lance. Now, Shay thinks she's some big gangster rapper that calls me every day wanting money. She's trying to steal right off my name. That's exactly right. You know how many people have said that, buddy? What you just said? Shayna's still trying to write off my name. She looks fucking awful, man. Awful. I can show you a picture of me when she was with me. Look at her, how pretty she is. Look at her now. My son calls her macaroni and cheese hair. Her fucking hair looks like I don't know what she did to it. I guess she thought she had worms in it on that shit. That's the only thing I can think. And she fucking told me she carries around bleached it so she can bleach it and shit. I was like, what the fuck? Are you serious? Then she comes at me with this rap song. She said, "You know I wrote that for you." I said, "First of all, you said, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I wear my heart on my sleeve." She said, "That's the hook." I said, "No, it's not." And I said, "You said that like 52 times. I mean, Lord, when am I going to catch a break, you know? Lord. Just like I want to come up there and see you, this and that." I was like, no fucking way. No way. No way. No. I'm talking to someone now I really, really like. You know what I mean? It's so odd that, you know what I mean, the person I'm talking to now is a Browns fan, a Mountaineer fan. We have so much in common, man. We have so much in common, and that's what I didn't look at. That I think, you know. Yeah, dude, she's out there, man, with that rap shit. She comes at me all the time. And I was like, yeah, all my life I've been abused and shit. That ain't nothing new, because all my life, you motherfuckers made me confused. So when I see weed and drugs, I abuse it. If I get a gun, you gonna make me fucking use it. It's the drugs that make me do the shit. I think I'm fucking losing it. I'm taking drugs, but they ain't reducing it. It's just, they'll keep giving it to me and they keep fucking juicing it. Learn how to rap. Learn how to rap. I used to rap when I was 14 years old. Pretty sure everybody knows fucking, they don't say Pete Derkie and featuring Meetin featuring Derkie for nothing, does it? You ever seen the video of me and Meetin, Boone County Part 2? We say bitches, and we clap our hands and two girls jump on I shake a pill bottle. And Meetin shakes a pill bottle. But he wasn't no drug addict, but he ate Xanaxes all day long. But I'm the one, you know what I mean, got looked down on. But when our names was mentioned on the radio, who you think they showed up to fucking see? Weirton, West Virginia, Nappy Skillmore, Jelly Roll, Haystack, Minifin, and Derkie, and ICP. ICP didn't show up. Swear to God, I'll never forget that. We had to rap shit, 16 bars. Somebody said Jelly Roll denied that. I'll never forget it. My cousin Katie was with me. She'll tell you. I had my hunting boots on. I had my fucking jeans on. And I had, a hillbilly walk straight up there and I spit the baddest 16 bars you ever heard. I blowed fucking Jelly up. I blowed Nanny up. I blowed Nappy up. They know I did. What's up, bro? It's easy. All you're doing is rhyming like a fucking kid in 3rd grade and changing the concept. One thing I always told Jason, that's many things, Jason Malice, I love West Virginia, but we can't keep rapping every song about West Virginia. You have to fucking rap about something everyone relates to. Like when Lil Wayne would rap. You know, a lot of people like the tires are standing out. Coop with the Cupid hose. You know what I mean? All that shit. But how about when he says, how to love? See the difference? Eminem, he can kill Rap God. But check this out. You know, that's him saying 250,000 miles on a clear night. He sings better than he raps. He's only sung twice in the Haley song and in that. You see what I mean? That's exactly right, Lance. I have proof of everything I ever did, bro. I can have the woman that fucking, you know, Kathy St. John's message her right now on 103.7. I'm working on a song now. I'm trying to get on the radio over in Beckley. That's where my song was on. It was there at 14, 15 years old. And you can Google it. It says Derkie and Meetin, Buck Wild Season 2. You know, because we were all talking on the phone. I'll never forget this. Me, Meetin, the Buck Wild crew, all of us, right? And we was going to get a house in Beckley and run Season 2 of Buck Wild there. That's hiring a midget, a gay guy, Meetin, me, and the Buck Wild crew. I'll never forget that proposal. And I agreed to that, you know what I mean? I was like, sure, that'd be fucking fun, you know what I mean? Because there's like, Derkie will be trying to kill the gay guy like the first day if he tries to hit on him and shit. No. Okay, like, if you go watch the video, the Dragon's at my house and I'm trying to, you know, get him some views and stuff, you know, help him out there, promote him a little bit. And that did help him. I'm glad it did. The dude keeps being disrespectful. What do? I get up and I ask him fucking 3 times. I said, if you scream one more time, and I will pick you up and throw you out the door. You've been so disrespectful. I said, I've asked you 3 times like a normal human being, man. You see what I mean? And I'll never forget this. This just come to my head. We'd get on stage. Why didn't he know? I'm forgetting the words of the song. No, because you didn't write the words to the song. You never begging Jesus for repentance because you spent in 4 years. I spent 4 years and begged Jesus for repentance. That was my first term, 4 years in Salem. He did 1 day in the drunk tank. That was many things thing. He could not be around alcohol. And every show we did contained alcohol. I'll never forget it, guys. Could you imagine seeing the cast from Buckwall stripped naked on a trampoline? Because I did. Yeah. My fucking mom is over and she's like, I gotta say this shit, man. You know what I mean? This is what drugs and shit lead you to. You know, I would always wear the red shirt that said number 1. Meetin would always wear the other one. You know what I mean? Because I presented I'm number 1. Like I would stand. You know what I mean? Just like Ronnie Van Zant said, front and center, baby. Front and center. You see what I mean? And you got to interact with the crowd and shit. It was, you know, Hillbilly Breaking 919. Why did he change the name to Regulated Family? Because Derkie was part of Hillbilly Murder Records. My lawyer said it too. At the moment, you know, he said, just keep letting it gain money. He said, the moment that it says featuring Derkie, the moment he fucked up. Go Google it right now. Hey, Minnie, it's Derkie, dog. Let's show them how Hillbilly Murder Records do it. I wrote that song right here, sitting right here on the telephone with that cat. Me and Katie leave to go record it. He's got to record it before we get there. I'll never forget. I got so mad about that. You know what I mean? I tap dance on your face like I'm just go white. The whites of West Virginia, if you ain't know. You know? That's my shit, you know what I mean? Motherfucker. I don't know what it was, buddy, is, you know what I mean? It was a part of that, but what it was mostly is I didn't want to rap, dude. I'm from that old West Virginia country folk about it plenty, where plenty of people got my back, but some do this against me because I've been done it, not even grown. I tried the city life when I was like, take me home. Because most people rep the city, but I'm repping my state. We some crumb motherfuckers and we pushing that weight. And the only thing that I claim is we should be in West Virginia. From Moonshine to Chronic, let me see what I can get you. From coast to coast, we make them know not to say shit. If you're from that Dub B, let me hear you claim it. I'm only $1.50, but niggas, they still get me. What's up with that, homie? See that? I don't have time for that shit. I was a kid once. You see what I'm saying? My son's 17 years old, Lance. A lot of people don't get that, brother. They sit there making YouTube videos, making fun and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Whatever fucking floats your boat, man. You know what I mean? If you want to come rapping at me, I felt like this one dude. Turkey's it, turkey's that. You know what I mean? I heard him rap on YouTube one day. I said, that is so bad, I would not even give that a response. That's just a song I wrote back when I was 14 years old right there. I just spit at you. That's on the internet. With the beat, with the music, everything. You didn't know that, did you? That used to play on the fucking radio. How you think Meetin made me? That's how Meetin made me, bro. From the song I just spit at you. Go type in, the song's called Take Us Home. You know what I mean? I play guitar and sing and shit, you know? Like earlier, that's how I was able to bleed out at a troll. They thought I was actually trying to play guitar and sing and shit, you know what I mean? I went, you know what I mean? Grandpa, tell me. And the way I did it, you know what I mean? I was able to, see? Go look at my other stuff when I outperformed my Uncle Jesco. I have to save him in the crowd. You seen that video too? That's when me and Maddie is together. Oh, that's my fiance. That's one of the best freestyles I ever threw to a guitarist in there. I said, start picking that guitar with a beat. And he goes, don't, don't, don't. And I start fucking just, I'm from the hills of West Virginia, motherfucker. If you want some, I got some. I got that 12 gauge pump in the trunk. You know, I just start ripping the shit apart. I'll never forget that. You know, and Jesco starts playing this harmonica. It's on my very first YouTube. Type in Derkie and it'll pop up. Jesco and Derkie at the bar. 2 times I performed there. That's me performing live with the whole bar packed. While Meetin sitting over there talking to somebody. You see what I'm saying? But I never did none of this shit yet. I don't care if people said I did it or not. I know I did. The proof's in the pudding. Like they said, we didn't raise the money to bury Shane Gundy. Well, why am I sitting there in the picture? Me, Meetin, and the Buckwall crew all pointing a fucking finger up at the sky at his bar at Wolfman Holler. And I got the microphone in my hand saying, sometimes we get bugged, sometimes we country, whatever happens, happens, you know what I mean? Just wait and see. The reason we broke up, all of us broke up, guys, is because there was a song wrote called Get the Fuck Out of Here by Ray Bella. Right? And it was probably going to hit the Billboard charts, man. For real, it was really fucking that good. I ain't heard a song like that for a long time, you know. And he wrote some of it, but she wrote the part, and she sounds so good at it. The girl sings in Buckwall and Bree. That's Rachel Clemente. I know her well still. Because she wouldn't have sex with him. That's why it all went to hell. Right there. Because he thought she was trying to be with me and shit, and that was not the case. I had a girlfriend and shit, you know what I mean? I wasn't even trying to talk to her like that. We performed together. That's it. You know what I mean? That's what kills right there. Jealousy. Not they thought I was going to out-rap him. Ray was the reason, because me and her would sit there and just talk and drink, pop, and get ready to fucking go to do the next set. You see what I mean? And she's dating some boy in fucking Pennsylvania that's in the Marines. You know what I mean? And he's sitting right there, and I'm supposed to be trying to hit on her. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm your buddy. Because I'm your, you know what I mean? I work with you. No, that's not how it happened, bro. And he's seen that in the end, and I bet he feels really bad for that. Because he used to call me every day, Dirk, man, I'm sorry, man, this and that. For some reason, he just stopped calling. You know what I mean? And I don't call him anything. I call him Jason. And he calls me Dirk. Go look at Google on his thing, it's on his page. My little boy likes the song Hillbilly, breaking 911. Hillbilly 10 4 on this time. Hillbilly murder, murder, murder. Country roads take you home, but they take me to jail. See what I mean? He loves that song. And he's like, that my dad wrote that song. See what I mean? He's like, my dad used to sing that in Morgantown, West Virginia years ago, dude. And he knows that, you know. But not all of it. I'll claim what's mine, I'll claim what's not mine. That's just how I am, just like I'll only plead guilty to only something I did. You know, I didn't write Coal Miner's Lullaby. I didn't have nothing to do with that. Didn't have nothing to do with City Bitch. Didn't have nothing to do with a few of them. But the fucking ones I did are the best ones. Country roads, everything, you know. All that shit. It was 304, 476. I was away, Trailer Park. I was doing the mix, Class Clown, down, walk through the hall. All the kids called me a nigga because I could rhyme and play ball, but I stood tall. I can fucking murder that. You know why I can murder that? Because I wrote it. I don't have none against Ryan Upchurch. Absolutely not. You know what I mean? If that ever came about, you know what I mean? And I do what I'm planning to do, and that happened, you know what I mean? Right now, my collaborations with Shelton, Tank 3. And you just seen say do the video like 6 months ago. You know, that's a family friend, you know, and who he is just a different person, you know. It's, when I sing, you know, my little boy, he hates Hank 3's voice, and a lot of people say you got that style, Derkie, when you actually sing, you know, like that, you know, way down in, you see what I mean? And me and him get along so fucking well. And Draven, and I just spoke the news 5 minutes ago. See what I mean? There's musicians here, it's not signed, that are better. Hands down. Jackie would, you know what I mean? Like I said, you know, I do this. I'm looking at buying a dobro right now, a Fender F-Cut dobro. Getting on here and showing y'all how to play some. What is it? 4 walls of rave. I'm closing in on me. Doing 3 to 5 hard labors. Or arm robbery. That's my shit. I sing it every day in jail. I had 2 years, but I could not wait time. I love that shit. I don't see that part right there bothered me, Lance. How I can consider him an outlaw. You see what I mean? Does he dig his family's graves? Does he even pallbearer them? You see what I mean? I'm not a hypocrite. I don't say I'm gonna never own a Lamborghini and go buy that the first thing. Outlaws don't do that. God bless outlaws like me. Like Kurt. You see what I'm saying? It's different. You know, if you listen to Justin Moore, how he says it, you know, that song right there is my favorite song by him for a reason. And it's his favorite song. He even says that, you know, probably his best one he wrote, because every day is a choice of living her or being free. God bless outlaws like Derkie. See what I mean? Every day is a choice, guys. Just like every day is a choice if you're going to get up and you're going to smoke that marijuana. You're going to fucking go smoke crack. Or if you're going to go shoot heroin in you. It's a choice. But we all put our pants on the same way. I have nothing against Ryan. You know what I mean? Me and Ryan, I've seen videos of him talking this, that. I'm not worried about nothing like that. You know what I mean? Nobody, unless somebody's in my face trying something like that, I don't care, Right, exactly right. Now you're getting what I'm saying. What he's looking for in fucking Moccasin Creek and the Lax and 50 other people already found, brother. I think I hear the barrel of a double barrel loaded shotgun and hear that shit they call popcorn music on 98.1. Just so you know, so it's set in stone. Old Kid Rock don't come from where Hank comes from. Yep, you get me now? That's true, he's a Yankee, no son of Hank. And if you thought so, well, goddamn, you're fucking dumb. I'm like Hank 3, I hate that fucking shit. Luke Bryan talking about putting people on his fucking tree stands and shit. And excuse my language, I'm sorry, I heard that song the other day. You know what I mean? I was like, what did he just say? I was like, that's what, my son got tickets, to that Morgan Waller kid. There's not one good song I've ever heard that dude sing. Not one. You see what I mean? And Luke Combs, he loves these two dudes. I'm like, dude, Justin Moore. He's like, Justin Moore ain't no good. I'm like, really? Really? Outlaw. That's why he's got 3 platinum albums, 4. And he tours constantly. I mean, and that's why you want to go see Aaron Lewis with that, right? Because every damn song he sings is a hit. I mean, I'd rather listen to fucking, I love Whaler Walker Jr. You ever been bugged by a redneck spread by an inbred? That dude there, you know what I mean? Fuck I get confused. Morgan Waller, my son loves that dude, you know what I mean? I wouldn't pay $5 to listen to that shit. I'd love, you know what I mean? You broke my heart. You know what I mean? Fuck you. You know what I mean? I love that song by him. You know what I mean? Fuck your dog. I hope it never comes back. I hope you wind up alone. You know what I mean? That's real country. He sounds like some Merle Haggard or David Allen Coe. And he's insulting. He's been insulting, but he actually sounds country. Justin Moore sounds country. Eric Church. That's the people that's saving country music. Brad Paisley. Where's he from? Don't worry, I'll wait. Tyler Childers. Right there on the line. I don't like his music. I'm sorry. Not a fan of Tyler. You know what he's looking for? Ralph Stanley found 25 years ago. It's like in the movie of Johnny Cash, what you're looking for, Waylon already found. When I woke up this morning, it was drizzling and rain. Round the church came a passenger train. I heard a hobo yelling and the homo dead. Jimmy, he dead. He been a long time gone. Been a long time gone. Fucking, that's my boy right there. That's a real outlaw. Why you think he said, don't you? And the song Outlaw shit. What started out to be a joke. The law just don't understand. That shit is deep. Why you think Struggle redid it and Brianna Harris, all that. And just like the struggle for us is deep. I'm a big fan of Struggle Jennings. When he says, my 3-year-old daughter's name came from my indictments, look, that's real. You can hear him bleed from his heart. I'd rather collaborate with him any day of the week than Ryan. I'm sorry, Ryan, I'm not being disrespectful. him, you know what I mean, would be my other choice. You know, Moccasin Creek, Barstool, Manjos, and all that, and the Lax, they sent me their CDs autographed personally with, you know, the like come with the, well, never forget my family. I still got the CDs. One's Born Ready and something else, and it's autographed. And they sent me a letter. You know what I mean? Come down anytime, blah blah. That's the Lax people. You know what I mean? They're bigger than Brian, in my opinion, and that's Moccasin Creek. But I don't get starstruck like that because I've been there, done that. Man, Jessica White's my fucking uncle. I've had MTV in my house. That's so, guys, it's so annoying. That's so annoying when you're like, I want to do this, you know. That's why a lot of, you know, drugs was being done through that movie. Somebody gets on your nerve, you're going to take a damn nerve pill, aren't you? But one thing we asked was to never film my mama's funeral, not one part of it. And now, you know, Hank 3 put that one part in his video. He only got it because MTV did what we not asked them to do, film. You know, when I'm pallbearing, you know that everybody but 3 people from the pallbearers carrying my grandma are dead now too. That's the problem, you know. Everybody's like, why don't y'all make a remake of what? Going to people's graves and telling you how they passed away? Because 2 of them died from natural causes. So you know what that means, right? Most of them overdoses and shootings. Most shootings. My family's died by guns more than anything. But yeah, you know, that's why I want to be clean. I live a hard ass, rough ass life. I got over 100,000 probably fucking stitches and staples in my body. Cat, gut, everything. I fell out of back of trucks, everything. But guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the talk session tonight. I'm sorry I got into a little bit of other stuff. That's because, you know, I had somebody pressed me a note here that somebody said something there and I had to say something about it. I hope everybody stays clean. And let me know tomorrow if y'all have any ideas on a topic. And we should be doing something live in the group tomorrow. You know what I mean? For some reason, I don't know what is going on in that shit. For some reason, it's not letting me go live in the group. You know what I mean? And that's where I want to be live right now. It said something, but I'll get it figured out because I can go live in my car group. You know what I'm saying? But anybody has any questions? Anybody has any, you know what I mean? You feel like you need somebody to talk to because you know what I mean, want to relapse, anything like that, message me, call me. You know what I mean? If you think you know, you won't hurt yourself, you know what I mean, call me. You know, I talk to this one guy, he'll relapse every other day. I tell him, you know, take it minute by minute. And he's like, yeah, but you're already up to like 60-some days, this, that. I was like, yeah, but then I had to start somewhere. I said, there's people up 25 years and 50 years, but they had to start somewhere, my man. You know, I said, it's okay. And don't shame yourself because you drink. He's an alcoholic. I said, don't shame yourself because of that, man. I said, it's a disease. It's the government. You know, why you think you can walk in and buy it like that? And that breaks my heart. But give me a call if you need any advice, and if you need to talk, anything like that. I'm always here. Derkie. E is no longer more. I gotta say that because we said this in group. Derkie. Out. There you go. Just burning this shit.